Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another tutorial, and we will be painting some shoes, high heels guys. So I haven't really done anything like this before, tutorial wise, and even personal painting wise. I really haven't done anything like this, but I've painted some shoes before, but they're quite rubber shoes and Converse style. So I decided to paint some high heels today. I'll be linking down in the description box below the link to the reference image that we will be using for today's painting tutorial. And we will only be using a few colors today. I think only 3 to 4 colors, and that's again my preferred style of painting or teaching you how to paint, because I don't want to stress you out so much about colors. So let's begin now. As you can see here, my canvas is quite in a weird texture, because, and you can see some little sketch right there, because I was planning to paint something over it, but I decided to paint some shoes today. But kindly disregard all those sketches. The background is fine, you don't have to copy the background. You can just simply have a white background, the usual canvas color background. So let's begin now. I'll be using some chalk to sketch my shoes. And yeah, let's begin now guys. Okay, so for the sketch, I'll just be using my orange chalk. So I won't be doing any tracing or anything like that. We will just eyeball everything. So let's begin. So like this. Like that, okay? Again, for the sketching part, you know, things can really change. This is not the actual, or this may not result in the actual. No. What I mean is, the sketch part is not really the permanent drawing. It's only a general guide of where things are gonna go and how the painting would look like. I just love to freehand everything. I just love freehand drawing. Right. Okay, there goes our first shoe. And of course, it has some heel right there. Okay, I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can see it actually. And inside, like the sole, actually we don't have to stress so much about that, because we can actually do that later. But I just want to show you how it's going to be done. I can make it a little thinner, it depends. All right, like that. Okay, and then let's proceed to doing the next shoe just right beside it. So I really like this image that I got from, I think this is from Pexels. So I really like this because of the composition. It's not very usual, and I like it when it's not just usual composition. All right, like that. Okay. Okay, and then all right. So there goes the second shoe. Like this. and then the sole. Like that, and then here as well. Like that. So there goes our second shoe in a very weird angle, but I kind of like the composition. So it only took us like 5 to 6 minutes in sketching it freehand. So let's begin underpainting it now, which is my favorite part because it provides some shades and depth to our painting. So I'll be getting my black paint. Alright, and then I'll be getting some yellow, cadmium yellow. Just tiny bit, guys. Alright, and then I'll be getting a lot of white. No, not a lot, but we will be using more white than any other color. And then maybe tiny bit of burnt sienna, and then that's it. Alright, so let's begin now. I'll be using the black paint straight from the tube as the underpainting. I was actually thinking of doing some red shoes, but I felt like it's just so common. You know, you can see a lot of videos doing red shoes, and I felt that, alright, my viewers don't need that because it's all available on the internet. I want to paint some realistic shoes. I mean realistic, meaning people wear this type of shoes. Red shoes, you see on the internet, they're quite like stilettos. They're not really wearable. I mean, they're fashion-wise beautiful, but I feel like I'm just gonna trip, you know, if I wear those kind of shoes. But these shoes that I found, I feel like these are wearable shoes. And yeah, so not only we will make it realistic, we'll also give that realistic feel to it by actually allowing us to imagine ourselves in these shoes for ladies out there and for those who wear high heels. Alright, like that. So just use your black paint in underpainting. Alright. Alright, and then I'm gonna paint some black here as well on the heel. So as you can see here, the length of the heel, it's not really tall. You know, it's wearable. These shoes are wearable. Like they're practical. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, again, just use your black paint. I think I will use a different brush because this brush is quite ruined. The ends of it. That's why it's quite difficult for me to get fine edges. Yeah, okay, this one. Again, for the brush, use what works best for you. There's no particular brush that I'm going to suggest, but I will tell you the brush that I'll be using. As you can see here, it's a small square brush. And again, my only purpose is to be able to go to the lines quite neatly, or to paint along the lines quite neatly, because I don't want to go outside the line. Okay. that. Okay, I'm gonna use my black to kind of outline this part. Let's outline it. And then the other shoe. Right, and also down here. Like that. I'm just gonna continue it. Alright, like that. Okay, and then using your black, we're going to continue the outline right here. And tiny bit of outline here. Just tiny bit. Alright, just like that. So basically, we have the shape of the shoes. Now we're going to underpaint the insides before we go to the highlighting part. So I'm gonna use a wider brush. And for the insides of the shoes, I'm just gonna use some cadmium yellow, and then white, and then brown. Okay, brown. And then again, tiny bit of black. Actually, we need a lot of yellow and white. Okay, again, more yellow. Feel like it's more yellowy because of the like gold color. So this color, okay. And we're going to use this color to paint inside. But I think, I don't know, I think I need more black. I'm just combining things. Okay, all right, maybe this color, and then we're going to highlight the insides later. Okay, that's it. That's the color that I want. This is just the underpainting, so we will highlight it later. Don't worry. Although we're painting over the sketch part, the sketch only guides us regarding the proportions of things. But if you don't want to cover the sketch part so that you won't get lost, it's alright, you can do that. But I just want to make it easier for me. Just cover everything and then go back to it later. Alright, like this. Okay, like that. Kind of like this one. Alright, I'm going to use the same color here. Maybe I'm gonna add a tiny bit of brown here. Same color. Okay, like that. Alright, I'm gonna add more white to that color. maybe tiny bit of yellow. Right. So we're going to color this like this. And same here. Right, like that. Okay, here, more light color. Not really painting over my sketch. You know, some areas of my sketches, or of my sketch, I'm not really covering it so that I don't get lost. The spaces are getting tight, so I might use a smaller brush. Yeah, I think I will use a smaller brush. Okay, and here, just paint it this way. Don't worry too much if you go outside your sketch or if you go outside the line, because this is just paint. You can simply paint over it, don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna darken the yellowy color and I'm gonna apply it here. Like that as well. And okay, now I don't want to be stubborn. I'm just gonna use a smaller brush because I feel like I just don't want to let go of that brush that I was using. So, smaller brush. Okay, like that. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. And let's just outline. Let's outline it. that. Okay. And same black. I forgot to outline it earlier. Okay. All right, like that. Alright, so basically we've underpainted the shoes. Now we're going to highlight the shoes. So wash your brush out. Okay. For the highlights, I think I'm gonna highlight first the inside before I go outside. I'm gonna get my pure white. Alright. I'm gonna add tiny bit of yellow mixture that we already have here. Okay. Just to tone down the whiteness of this paint. And I'm gonna use this like dull white to highlight this right shoe or left shoe. Okay, that's the first highlight. Of course, it doesn't make sense right now, but as we go, this will make sense. Okay, I'm gonna use the same color, and I'm gonna go here, and I'm going to make the highlight quite irregularly shaped. Okay, like that. Alright, again, I'll be adding some pure white. Like this. Same color. And then here. And then here. And then I'm going to make some light highlight. Okay, here. It's not overpowering white. Okay. It's just light browny color. Alright, like that. And then down here. Like that. Okay, and here as well. Alright. And some highlights right here. Also here. Just making some areas quite brighter than the others. make some markings here. Alright, like that. I'm going to highlight as well. Like that. Okay. And here. Okay, now I'm going back to my black. Not washing my brush, I just dip it into my black paint. Okay, let's go back and ever so slightly make some like black line. I'm not making any hard lines here, very softly. All right, here as well, very soft application. And then here as well, I will simply like glaze it like that. Okay, go back just like that. Okay, very, very smooth application. All right. Here it's quite grayish. Okay. All right, like that. And I'm just gonna use my fingers to kind of remove the harshness of the line. All right, like that. Okay, make some more detailing here. All right, now with this black, I'm gonna add more white to make it kind of gray color. So just get some gray color, and we're gonna dry brush, so try to remove the excess water. Like this. And I'm just gonna start making some highlights, but the way I'm applying it is quite like that. And then I'm gonna highlight this part. And this part. Like that. Okay, then this part. Okay, and then we're going to highlight this area. Okay, I'm gonna water down the gray and kind of make this area quite light. Like that. Okay, and then highlight this area again. Okay, just like that, very subtle. Gonna get my white, kind of highlight it a bit. All right, like that. I'm gonna get back to my gray color, and I'm gonna make some, oops, that's like that. Okay, very watered down, like black color. Okay. Then here as well, just darken it to give the shoe some sort of, you know, dimension. And then I'm gonna outline the sole. Okay. darken this. I'm just making some dark markings so that, you know, to suggest some dimension. Okay, I'm gonna darken as well this area. Okay, like that. Okay, I'm gonna darken this area. This. So you can see that I keep coming back to areas where I see some dark shading. And then here as well. So I'm just darkening it. Right, like that. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. And I just want to make some tiny glazing on the highlight. I don't want it to be like just pure white. I don't like it. It's quite weird. Just kind of glaze it. Like that. Alright. Okay, while waiting for that to dry, I'm just gonna make some shadows so that it becomes more 3D. So for the shadows, I'm just gonna use some gray. Okay, gray color. And since the background of my painting is gray already, because again, as I told you during the intro of this video, I use a canvas that I originally planned to paint something on, or something else on, but I decided to paint some shoes. So for the shadows, I'm gonna get some gray color. Like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna use the same color here, just to give it some sort of shadows. We're not really focusing on the shadows, but just to make it more realistic. Okay, I'm gonna use the same color here. Actually, because of my background, I have to use darker gray so that it becomes visible. Okay. Alright, now we're going back to some more detailing. And I'll be using a larger brush just for me to be able to spread some paints quite, you know, like largely and evenly. So I'm gonna get my yellow and then white. Okay, like this. Again, yellow and white. And I'm gonna water it down and kind of make some highlights right here in the middle. Like that. And here as well. just to lighten it. And also here. Okay. And also here. These are just highlights that will actually make or give more dimension to our painting. All right, like this. Okay, and then here as well. And maybe here, this area. And also down here, just making it more light. And then I'm gonna use a smaller brush just to like kind of darken some areas like that, because again we want to give these shoes some sort of dimension. We don't want it to be just flat, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want it to be a flat looking painting. I want to give it some sort of dimension. Let me check. Okay, I think that's making sense already. Right, guys? So I think I will just clean some areas because I feel like I need to like define even more some areas. So like this one, I need to make it more straight. Like that. Okay. And also here, I need to make it straight. I don't want it to be crooked. Like that. Also here. And we will highlight even more later. We just have to wait. All right, like that. All right, like that. Okay, and then here as well. Let me check. Oh, this is nice. This is very, very nice, right? So now I think I will make some more detailing because I'm just like a little obsessed with the detailing part. So yeah, more darkening here and here and here as well. Just like that. And here. Some more detailing. I'm gonna get more of my yellows so that I get to make some areas quite yellowy. Not because the shoes are yellow, but because of the goldness. There's some sort of gold lining on the sole of the shoes. That's why it appears more yellow. Okay, I'm gonna get more brownie as well. Brownie color. Like that. And here as well. Like that. This is what I want. So I'm gonna apply some sort of brownie yellowy colors here on the sides. Okay. And then I'm going to fix the highlight right here. I'm going to get my white and just make it quite curvy. Like that. Okay. Very subtle correction. Okay, again, my black. Just to kind of fix it. I don't want to be crooked. Okay, I'm gonna get some, again, gray color. Gray. And I want to go right here. Very subtle. Okay, actually, it may not appear as subtle. Like that. Just very tiny correction. I'm gonna get my white. I'm going to highlight this using white. Like that. Again, I'm using just white here. Like that. Okay, like that. Okay, again, I'm going to use white. I'm just gonna make it quite like thicker. The highlights, I mean, like this. Okay. And then I'll be using some gray color, dark gray. I'm just gonna go here. Okay, like that. Again, I'm just gonna continue the gray color. Okay, I'm going to extend the shadow a bit. Okay, I'm just gonna extend it right here, like that. Like that. So it's just a subtle correction again. And if you want to correct some areas, you can use white or gray, whatever background color you're using. Just delete those, you know, unwanted areas or unwanted paints that went outside your sketch. You can do that. Because again, I kind of like it to be clean. All right. All right, I'm gonna get more gray because I feel like there's some, like I am missing something here. Okay, like that. Again, very subtle. Okay. And then I'm going back to my black just to make it quite straight. I feel like I've already made it crooked. The sole. All right, like that. And more highlight. Like that. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna clean some areas. And we're almost done. Let me check. Nice. It's looking nice already. But then I have to make sure that some areas are also, I mean, highlighted and given dimension. So I'm going to make some more darker colors. It's just yellow and black for the depth. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna highlight this a bit. Just tiny bit. Okay. Like that. And I'm gonna use some brownie color. Like that. Okay. Okay, I think I will clean this one because as you can see, it got really, like the paint went outside the line. Like that. Okay, yeah, I think we're done now. So I will sign this now and we'll make some detailing a little later before I post this. And you can stop at whatever stage you are already. But Me, I think I will make some more adjustments before I post if I see some areas that need to be corrected. But I think this is generally done. It's up to you if you want to go on for more detailing. But for me, I think this is done. So again, clean those areas that went outside your line or sketch or main shape. You know, my neighbor is quite noisy. I can hear the music. Alright, so I'm gonna sign it here. Again, don't mind those other parts that do not concern the shoe. I'm just gonna delete that, and I think it's quite part of the painting. So I'm gonna sign right here. And then that's it. Right. So yay! Wow, this is nice. Okay, I don't want to stop yet, just yet. I'm just gonna make it. Like more highlighted portions. I might as well continue because I think they stopped playing some music. Alright. Oh, it's nice. Right, guys? It's nice. I'm gonna glaze it a bit with some black paint just to darken it. Okay, just to give it dimension even more. Okay. Gonna get my white, highlight a bit. And also here, some white. And some hints of white right here. Right, like that. So yeah, I'm just adding more details. Although I've already signed it, kind of like to add more details. Like that. Like it. Gosh, I like it. Okay, what do you think? I'm adding some brownie colors just to be consistent with the wholeness of this painting. This is absolutely nice. Right, guys? So I think we're done. So again, if I see something that kind of bothers me after this video, I'm just gonna correct it. But again, generally, we're done. And I hope you enjoyed this painting tutorial. And if you do this one, please let me know. Tag me on my Facebook or on Instagram if you have one. And let me know if you enjoyed this tutorial in the comment section below. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just correcting some areas. Alright, so let me know in the comment section below if you enjoy this one. And if you want to do this one, let me know as well. If you have questions, let me know as well, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I get to read them. So, of course not, it's not always all the time that I'll be able to answer the questions, but I think we really don't have any issue here because the colors that we're using are quite basic. They don't have any weird colors that you don't find common in your studio if you have a studio. So, okay, look at me guys, I'm still doing it even if I already told you we're done. That's because when I see something, I just do it right away. Like that. Okay, I think this is good, right? All right, yes. So thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed this one and see you in my next video.